Huzzah! I do believe we are live. I know I'm a little bit early. I am like about a minute and a half early, so I will wait until 6 p.m. Eastern Standard. Actually, are we in Standard Time? I don't know. However, what I should do is I should adjust my mic. Just a minute. And do my best to do all sorts of professional things like look, oh, I should also turn on my ring light. No, I don't have it plugged in. Oh well, no worries. Anyway, hello everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. It is not 6 o'clock yet, but I figured instead of all of you just watching me look awkward into the camera, I thought I might say a couple of things. There aren't that many people here, and I know that I didn't set this up ahead of time. Where last year we did set it up ahead of time, and I invited everybody to our Zoom channel, which or to a Zoom meeting, which only allowed for 100 people. And then we exceeded 100 people because I wasn't thinking ahead. And so now I wasn't expecting very many people to come to this. So I should have put this in a Zoom channel and then everybody could just happily talk and say hello to me. But it would be much easier for it being posted immediately to YouTube if I just did it on Google. So that's what I did here. Anyway, it is 6 o'clock and welcome everyone. I'm glad that all of you have joined us today. And this is the official kickoff video live stream for the Cryptex 2022 Cryptex Hunt. That was redundant, but that's okay. And this year, as you may have noticed, if you have done the warm-up puzzles, and there are warm-up puzzles, so in case you haven't checked and you didn't see the warm-up puzzles, we will post those. We'll probably post it in the header, and you'll be able to do them so that you can get a better taste of what we're looking for this year, because it is puzzles hidden inside of puzzles. So if you did the warm-up puzzles, you'll see that there's a normal level 1 answer. That is relatively obvious, almost super obvious. Some people find level 2 answer really quickly, but level 1 answer should be obvious. But then hidden inside the puzzle, you will find another puzzle. You'll probably find something else that would indicate a second answer. And that is the theme for this year. And by all means, we have a number of warm-up puzzles just so everybody else could get used to it. And for the most part, you will find that the next 5 days, from Monday to Friday, that the puzzles also are not that challenging, and you'll be able to get a better sense of the puzzles hidden with the puzzles mechanic until we hit our finale on the Saturday. And then I would admit that the challenge does increase a bit, but okay, more than a bit. It does increase a lot. However, our target audience is still towards those that are new or not that experienced in doing puzzles. So if you're new, we hope that we'll be able to guide you and help you along, but it will get challenging. For those that are experts and veteran in the whole puzzle hunt world or just doing puzzles in general, we do have a limit of 10 people, but you're probably not going to need 10 people on your team. I would say that maybe 4, 3 or 4 is fine. But a lot of you, I think there are some puzzle teams there that have like 10 people in there. You might not need all 10, but thanks to Darren Miller, he has made it this year so that even if anybody on your team answers correctly, those answers are hidden so that everybody on your team can still have a chance at trying to find what the answer is and then check. Anyway, so before I continue, just to let you know, if anybody has any questions, by all means, throw them into the chat and I will try to answer any questions that you have in regards to this year's puzzle hunt. And also, if you have any suggestions, don't put it in the chat here because I'm going to forget those suggestions. But if you want to bring them up within our Discord server as well, that'd be amazing, because I am not a Discord guru, and there are some things that I don't realize, especially since they add new functionality. There's all sorts of things I don't realize about Discord, and I'm old, so you can probably tell me when I'm doing something wrong, and that would be great. So As you may have noticed, things are a bit different this year in regards to how the prizes are being handed out. What we've done last year had always been first come, first to solve all the puzzles, but this year we are going to have a grand prize draw of everybody that solves the puzzles within, well, until Sunday 1 p.m. Eastern time. So you will have until then. For everybody that has finished, all of those people will be put into a draw for the grand prize. And then after that, we will still have the second prize drawing. Oh, wait, I should say that the grand prize drawing, this is a good question that somebody asked. It's on a per team basis, as always. So the grand prize drawing still is on a per team basis. Whereas the second prize drawing, so if you have completed all the puzzles, and you've completed it before March ends, we're in March, right? Yeah, before March ends, then you will be put into the drawing for the second prize as well. And that is on a per person basis. So it doesn't matter if you or your team it is just on a per person basis. So that will, you'll have a lower chance, but that then the Cryptex is all yours. And for those of you that don't know what a Cryptex is, you can go to cryptex.org and take a look at them. I probably can show you one of mine. Yeah, why don't I do that? That's like smart. Wow. This is the first. This is the prize from the first year, the Brexit Quest, and so it won't look like this, but this is a Cryptex. I do not know how to open it because I forgot the password. So it's just gonna. I hope sometimes Justin puts chocolate inside of these things. And so anyway, I'm probably scared to open it now, but that's okay. That will be the one for this year. Justin will probably decide on what it's going to be, but it is a cylindrical secret security box that is very difficult to open up without the passcode. And there will be two of those given away for those of you that don't know what a Cryptex is. Although if you're at the Cryptex Hunt, and that's all we sometimes talk about, although that's not true. Somebody was asking what a Cryptex was, so there you go. Now, just to let you know, if you aren't aware, there's going to be one puzzle released every day: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then on Saturday, the final 5 puzzles and the meta will be released then. And the Saturday time will be at a different time. It will be at 1 p.m. Eastern time, whereas the Monday to Friday is going to be at 8 p.m. So just in case you are worried that you're going to miss out on all of these things, you can check there. Now, the puzzles will be delivered in 2 places. Well, in 3 places. It's going to be delivered on our Facebook page. There is an automated post that is scheduled to go off. It's going to go off in about 2 hours for the first puzzle. It's going to be in our Discord in the announcements channel as well. And it will also be on the Puzzle Hunt server itself. So I would suggest, however, that you don't go to the Puzzle Hunt server right away, because it won't be able to handle the load, to be honest. If there are a lot of, actually, I don't know how many people are registered so far. Last time I checked, there were about 7 to 800 people registered this year. And when everybody, so this is what we've learned in running our puzzle hunt in the last couple of years. I think it was 3 years ago. Everybody just likes hitting the reload button on our server, and that slowed it down significantly. So we've tried to offload it by placing it in other places. So you will find the puzzle hunt, you'll find the puzzle will be delivered in our Discord and also in our Facebook, and you'll be able to access it there. However, all the answers, again, will be put into the puzzle hunt server itself. So just to let you know, just if for some reason, and it might happen this year, it might not, you never know, but if you go to our puzzle hunt server right at 8 o'clock Eastern time and then nothing loads for a while, it's just because everybody is trying at that time, and it's just better to get it off of Discord or off of Facebook. However, I will say for sure that the source of truth will be the server itself. So if you need to download it, if you need to download any of the images, if you need to download any of the files of the puzzle itself, do it from our server. So also, just to let you know, oh, and then somebody asked, will it not be on Twitter? I'll try to release it on Twitter. I don't have an automatic way of doing that because my tweet deck died on me, and so now I don't have I don't have one. So, but I can look into doing that so that hopefully it will be posted on there as well. Now, great question though. Now, somebody did ask, is there going to still be a leaderboard even though the prize is a drawing? Yes, I haven't discussed this with everybody, but we do plan on probably putting up a leaderboard. It'll probably mean less, mainly at least for the first 3 or 4 puzzles, because I'm expecting those puzzles to be solved like probably faster than sometimes the puzzle can go up on all the social media sites knowing, so it's probably less fair there because the first few puzzles people will probably solve pretty quickly, but then after that it'll get a little bit more challenging. So I don't expect 0 second solves. There was that one year where somebody was able to back solve the meta and was able to solve it in 0 seconds. That was fun for me. Anyway, no, that was fun. Actually, it was really cool that they did that way. Now on the website, and I probably should have been able to stream this, but if you go to their website, you will find under the info menu, you will find puzzle info. And I highly suggest you read that, especially if you're new to doing puzzles, but even if you aren't new to doing puzzles, just so that you have a sense of what boundaries there are and what we expect of you as a solver as you solve our puzzles. So, for example, none of the answers will be an unclude anagram. You might not want to find out how to unanagram it. Is that a word? But you might not think, I'm just going to anagram this. I don't care to solve it, and that's fine. We're not going to force you to not anagram things. It's just that if you get annoyed that any of the answers are just anagrams, no, there aren't any anagrams. So just to let you know that. And you'll find also that your team should have some skills. So we do encourage new people to join a team because not every person has all of the skills that we request. Well, if you're not familiar with ciphers, if you're not familiar with doing image editing, different different things like that, it is certainly you're certainly welcome to ask anybody on your team. And if you want to go to Facebook and ask your friends, go for it as well. I am not going to restrict anybody from asking any kind of questions, but we do have a rule about hints, and I'll get to that later. So by all means, if you want to ask your friends how to solve puzzles, that's fine too. So we're not going to crack down on that. It's more of a community. The Cryptex Hunts has been more of a communal affair. So by all means, help each other out. Except, by the end, when it gets to the final 24 hours, I can imagine that people start to become more tight-lipped, so that the pool of winners for the final prize draw would be smaller. Yeah. Anyway, so please take a look at that puzzle info on our main webpage. You'll also find a bunch of other things like our schedule when things are being released. You'll find our hint policy. You'll find our FAQ for more of the nitty gritty. We even have a fine print there. So before, we used to put all of that on a variety of different places. Like it used to be on a hunt server, it used to be on a per puzzle basis, and that wasn't very smart of us because then things got lost as we tried to post to multiple places. So I will tell you right now that if you have any questions and you're not too sure of things, go straight to our cryptexhunt.com website and you'll be able to find all the information. We're going to keep it all in that one place so that you'd be able to find the answers that you need. And sometimes I update it. I think I updated it not too long ago. I updated the FAQ because some people are asking like good questions like, will I be able to solve this hunt on my own? Or you keep telling us to join your Discord server. Do I have to? Right? There are those things that you can go ahead and check. Let's see if there's any. Yeah, there's a reference in there. There is something in the puzzle info about reference to coarse language. Basically, there are two swear words that are used in some of the puzzles. So just in case you're worried about that with your children. They are obscured, so your 3-year-old who can't read won't suddenly just start yelling out obscenities, but that is there just as a warning, and you'll be able to if in case you need to look at the puzzle first before handing it off to your children, you can do that as well. But there shouldn't be any sensitive themes. There won't be any horror games, and I won't do present quest on anybody. So by all means, everything should be pretty low key after that. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about hints just to let you know. Oh, I will tell you a couple of other things. It's not mentioned in the puzzle info, but I'll tell you it now, and I'll probably put it in the puzzle info later. See, I just slowly update these things. The puzzle titles don't necessarily clue towards the solve mechanism. So don't think to yourself, oh, look at that puzzle title. That probably tells me how to solve this. No, don't rely on that. Nor does the first level answer it doesn't necessarily relate to the second level answer. So don't assume that is the thing either. In other words, don't go in there with a bunch of assumptions like that. Yeah, the level 2 is it's supposed to be hidden. So, but that doesn't mean that it won't ever, but for the most part, it shouldn't. And these are all sorts of really arbitrary things, ambiguous things I'm saying. So hopefully it won't confuse you too much. Now, let's go on to the hints. We will have the hints will be the same as every other year. A hints channel will open probably after the first team has solved that puzzle. Then we'll open up the hints channel, and then if you can use spoilers, you can hint each other as much as you want. And judging by all the hints in the warm-up channel, it's going to get very busy in those channels. So good job to everybody helping out with that. And if anybody wants, we don't. If you want to help each other within your DMs to hint for hints, go for it. If you open up your own servers, you can do that. We're not restricting people giving hints, as I said before. However, we would suggest to not DM us for hints, and not that we are stingy and we don't like giving hints. It's just that we don't. We want to be fair. Basically, we want to be fair as possible. And furthermore, we don't normally have time to answer hints because we're running the hunt. So I can barely get these posts up in time, let alone mainly because I keep messing up the embeds for the bots. But anyway, so yeah, you won't get a response from me, and not because I'm ignoring you. It's just that I'm probably busy trying to get the hunt running and trying to make sure that things aren't broken. So if you don't hear from me within Facebook, if you don't hear from me on Twitter, if you don't hear from me within a Discord DM, I'm not ignoring you. By all means, just please go to the Discord itself, and you can ask someone in the help center channels there, help center channels in the help channels for any help there. Oh, and also don't email the Cryptex Hunt Gmail again, not because we don't want email. Well, actually, no, we don't want emails there because nobody checks that email. And I think I've noticed in the past, now that the Cryptex Hunt has started up, I logged in like last month and then noticed all these emails they did not answer. So by all means, we've tried to remove that email from our site, not because we don't want you emailing me. It's just that nobody checks that email. So again, if you did email us and didn't hear a response, by all means, just get a hold of us through the Discord or any of our other social media platforms, but not the emails. We don't check. Emails are for old people. Even though I'm old people, I have too many emails to check. I don't even check my personal one. So that's also a good hint to know. Don't email me on my personal one. Not my email. Public email. My email is just public to everybody, but that's probably why I don't check it. Anyway, I am digressing. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me just take a look and see if there has been any other questions. I don't think there are any other questions. Okay, I think that we are very good. Thank you all for joining us. As I said before, the puzzle hunt is going to start in less than 2 hours. So good luck to all of you. If you have any questions, again, just ask us in the Discord. And I probably should tell you about the hints. One final thing. There will not be a hint channel for the final 5 until after Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. So let me just stress that. I know last year, because people were very helpful with hints, and I'm very happy about that. So don't get me wrong. We are quite pro people giving everybody hints. I'm not against that. Except between Saturday 1 p.m. to Sunday 1 p.m., we are not opening up hint channels for the final 5 puzzles, nor do we want hints on our Discord server for those, right? So that will be the final grand prize draw. So if you're hoping for hints, don't go to our server for that. Yeah. I remember last year, as soon as they were dropped, everybody was asking for hints, and then they were wondering why we didn't open up the hint channel. So that's why we have that whole section now on the website about how hints work. So yeah. So good luck to all of you. Tomorrow's International Cryptex Day, so that's March 1st. Every year it is in and around this time. So even next year it's going to be in and around this time. I don't know what it's going to be next year, so don't ask me that question, but I hope you all have a great time, and good luck to all of you. Take care, everyone. Yeah, so the hint channel won't open up until after the prize draw close. Yes. So, bye-bye. I am ending the stream.